Hey, how you doing, you two? Anthony Reef. It's just a small update of my tank. My tank's been set up for 4 months. First time ever, I let my tank alone. 3 weeks I was in Puerto Rico. More business than vacation. So I install a feeder, an automatic feeder. My reservoir, 35-gallon reservoir, works great. From the top of that block, of that square, to the middle of the line you see there, dark, that was 3 weeks of reservoir water feeding the tank. 3 weeks. Exactly. From that square edge, from all the way down to that dark line, that's really water there. 3 weeks. The Neptune out the top of worked fantastic. At first I wasn't too happy with it. I was like, I bought it for a few weeks. I was having problems to set it up. Neptune customer service is fantastic. You know, I got nothing bad to say about them. They were great. I sent them an email. They responded to me real fast, and they fixed my problem. Before, it was 2 days before I was going to live in this strip. I didn't know what to do. I was going crazy because, you know, pretty much I don't have nobody to know how to work the tank, plus my setup. My daughter, she kind of lives with me, but she's clueless about fish tank and system and stuff like that. So it was imperative to me to fix the problem. So I contacted Neptune. I was very mad. I was upset. I was disappointed with the system. You know, because, you know, it's not cheap either. So you expect this thing to work properly. To me, it wasn't working. I had it connected to my Neptune. Excuse me for the mess I got there. You know, I was away. I want to finish fixing all that. So it was working properly. It was kind of like, it was putting too much water into my sump. My salinity level wasn't constant. It was going up and down, and I was going crazy because I was going up for 3 weeks. I couldn't cancel that trip because it's more like a business trip than anything. You know, hot property in Puerto Rico, and Hurricane Maria kind of destroyed the house that I was there. I had to do a bunch of, you know, see the people from my insurance, try to get you know, someone to start working in my house. It was a lot. I couldn't, you know, cancel the trip. So I contacted Neptune. They contacted me back right away, and they fixed my problem. They did it from whatever site they were. I give them permission to go into my account, and they fixed it. It's been working perfectly without no problem. So it kept a constant water level. And it did a great job. I came back yesterday. Haven't done anything to my tank. So the Cato got bigger. It's greener, dark green. It's growing. It's doing the, you know, the roller mic is working fantastic. No leaks. The LED light working properly. And I got this rocks right here. It's funny. I went to the beach over there in Ponce. They call it La Guancha. And since the hurricane hit hard, a lot of this live rocks and a lot of coral, they all over the beach, all over the sand, you know. So I guess they got dragged to the shore, and I picked these pieces up. Beautiful pieces. I kind of like, you know, got into my luggage and kind of smuggled the coral back into this country. But the TSA, when they opened the store, they didn't mind. They said it's okay. I was kind of scared. I thought, you know, they were going to take it away from me. No, but they said it was all right to keep. nice pieces. While I was over there, I put them in water, vinegar. I let them, I let them soak for a few weeks. Clean them. Pieces like this, when you buy it, I figured that about maybe like 30, 40, about 30 bucks there, if you buy them from, from the internet. But I got those pieces free. I'm happy with them. So the tank is doing great. I just did a water test. All my water test levels are perfect. It's funny, after I set this tank up, it's only been 4 months. I only did one water change. And I feed my tank very healthy. Healthy portions. Even though I got 4 fish, 2 shrimps, 2 hermit crabs, I do feed them pretty good. And they eat. I give them live food. I give them flake food. And so far, this is what I got. Ammonia 0. Nitrate 0. I'm sorry. Ammonia 0. Nitrite 0. Nitrate 0. And the pH is 7.0. 7.0, 8.0. Only one water change since I set up this tank. I sent for my water test to Triton, and they sent me the results. There's a few things that off on the tank, but that's going to be my next move. Get my doses, get my my dose, Neptune dose, set up. Get my Triton, how you said, dosing liquid to start dosing my tank. They told me I gotta do a 5-gallon water change every day for 6 weeks. So I'm gonna start doing that tomorrow. I gotta go to Home Depot and get one of those big garbage cans. So I live in an apartment, so I don't have the room to, I don't have the luxury to have like a big reservoir for my salt water. So I gotta buy me a small garbage can and start doing that tomorrow. Well, this is my test so far. Not bad at all. Pretty good. And they've been sitting down here for I think like half an hour already. So that's how much they change. So the color's been constant. So everything is looking fine. It comes down to the chemistry. So my salt water level is being constant. And I love it. The setup is working great. I know I got a little bit algae there, like I gotta scrape that off. And over here too. So I love it. I was scared when I left. My daughter, like I said, my daughter's clueless to this. I tried to explain to her what to do, and I told her which switches to turn off in case there was a water spill or any kind of leak, any kind of liquid, coming out of the sump or the tank. The reservoir wasn't working properly. It was gonna overflow, whatever. I gave her a couple of, I schooled her a little bit what to do and call me, but she didn't do anything. She said the tank flawlessly let me see. The tank performed the way it's supposed to. And it's great. I'm happy. For somebody who never done a setup like this, and this is my first setup, I'm really happy. I'm really proud of myself. And starting next week, when I start doing my water changes and I get my Triton supplement and I start doing my dosing, I want to start getting my corals. I'm going to start with beginner corals because I'm a beginner. So it's working great. No problems. And that Neptune stop off works fantastic. I love it. At one point I hated it and I thought I made a mistake buying it. But guess what? I take it back. I made a big mistake. This thing is amazing. It worked without no problems. Once Neptune customer service took over, they fixed the problem, the glitch or whatever problem I had in my Neptune function. It's been working great. It's working fantastic. I got some little shells from the beach, and one of my hermit crab, that was a tiny one, I think he was getting too big for his chill. Once I gave him a new chill, he switched the chill pretty fast, and now he's like happy with his new chill, you know, going around with it. So oh my God, I was, for 3 weeks I thought I was hoping, I was begging God not to have any problem, but the tank performed great. It did everything it's supposed to. And this Neptune function, it was on the money. A few times I checked it through the internet and everything was working normal. I love it. I love it. 35-gallon container, a reservoir container, and this thing performed fantastic. From the top down, like I told you before, it's 3 weeks exactly. 3 weeks. I left the 1st. I filled it the 31st of January. Today is the 17th. And you can tell the difference. That dark, you see that gap right there? That little darker line? That's the water. From that line to the bottom of that square, 3 weeks exactly. And I think I got maybe 2 more weeks. Then if I would have took a whole month, this thing would have been on the money. Beautiful. I love this. And that Shadow is doing great. Shadow Morpha, if I'm saying that right. It got huge. This thing is big. And it's so dark. It's a dark green. I think that's why my nutrients are so low. I think the Rolomac combined with the shade on the compartment has been keeping the ammonia and the nitrite low. This thing is working. Once I start dosing the tank with the Triton solutions, I think it will be much better. Yeah, that's my tank. I know it doesn't look pretty without coral, but I couldn't buy anything. I was waiting. Like they say, when you're gonna do reef tank, you gotta be patient, and I've been patient enough. So starting this week, when I start doing my water changes, I'm gonna start buying my coral. And tomorrow, going down to my aquarium, and when I get my Triton solutions to start dosing my tank with the Neptune dose. That was gonna be another video. So guys, keep peace, and later.